Alright, just let me get in the shot here. Oops. Alright, so this has been a little while since I posted on my channel, but recently, when I mean recently, it was maybe a month after October, I got Gerry, and I don't have his box right now because the big storm that hit here destroyed his box, sadly. I'm gonna try my best to reuse it as much as I can, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna be building Gerry right now, doing a setup and demo. So I'm just gonna show you the parts here that I have. Alright, so right here we have the control box, and you're just gonna want to be really careful with that when you set that on the ground. You have the head right here. You have the power adapter. You have the hip hoop, hip bone, whatever you want to call it. This is the axe arm right here. The shoulder frame. You're going to have two arms. This is just the free swinging arm, and then the axe arm. You're going to have a shirt with the wound on it. You're going to have a small pair of blue pants. You're going to have two poles. They look a little different. Each do. You're going to have two of these, I don't know what you call them, bendy kind of straw tubes for his legs. There, one there. And that is basically it for the parts. Alright. Let me set my phone back up. So for Christmas, I actually got a new phone. So let me know in the comments if you notice any better quality of the camera and the microphone, because my old phone wasn't the best, but this is obviously still new to me, so I'm trying my best here. And I don't have a full camera crew, and it's just me, right? So I can't do a whole lot. Alright, so first step is you're gonna get his base. This is what it should look like here. It's pretty big. This is it, right against my torso. Alright, so first step is you're going to want to put on the boots. So they are full, they have a whole bottom to them, and they just have a hole in the top, right there. Alright, so you're going to place this one. There are two different boots to this, by the way, so you just want to make sure you put the right boot on the right foot. So this one just has a hole here and a hole at the top, and you're going to put it on the front foot here. So for this one's a little bit more weird, okay? So there's one hole here, right in the bottom, and there's a hole in the side. So it looks like when his foot is set up, it looks like he's dragging his foot. And you can't see my face, but it looks like he's dragging his foot as an animatronic. If you have it in a dark spot, you don't really realize it, but it's still pretty cool that they added that detail. So we're gonna put that boot on now. So you're gonna want to put the hole through, okay, and then put the pole through the top hole, not the bottom one. The bottom one, I don't know why they still put it on there, but they still have it. So I have the instructions still, but I know how to build it, so I'm gonna just do it off of what I know. So you're gonna have this pole here. This one looks pretty simple. It's just a little bend here, close. This is what the pole looks like, and this is going to go on the back foot here, and it has a little pin lock in it. So you're going to connect it like this, like so. And then if you want, you're going to grab your tube here, and there's two little prongs on the inside right there that are just going to connect to his leg. So I think personally, I like these because it looks more like an actual leg, but I feel like the foam holds up maybe a little bit longer, because if these get crushed, it's kind of hard to fix that, right? So it's still pretty cool though. And they actually use if you have him, you would know that Mr. Howell actually has these same tubes, I think, for his arms and legs. So yep, now we are going to move on to the second pole. This is what it looks like. So that's his bend in his knee right there. So we're going to connect this piece. Oh, yeah, whoops, wrong way. Alright, so now that you have that done, this is what your prop should look like so far. Go over here, and I'm going to attach the leg piece here. I just will be mindful too that this kind of leg form is pretty delicate, so just be careful when you're sliding it on, because there's some sharp parts that you could cut the plastic on, right? Because it's only plastic. So, I believe the next step is the pants. So these pants here, they're pretty small. He's a pretty small prop, but he's still creepy, and he's an online only. So if you do have the chance to get him, he's pretty cool if you can find a spot for him in your haunt, sorry. And yeah, so he's neat. Not one of my favorite animatronics that I have, but he's gonna work perfectly in my haunt this year. Or this coming 2024 year, actually. Alright, so we have the pants here. So now, there is Velcro in there. So when you get to the hip loop, you are going to put the Velcro around, and so then his pants stay secure, which, because they don't have the stringy band as most animatronics do, so he does have the Velcro seals on his pants. So you're going to slide the leg over, and if you do watch my videos, you will know that I did do a YouTube short on Gerry, so you would know that I've had him for a little bit now. I just haven't really wanted to do a video, and I was thinking, maybe it would be a good time to do a video right now. Alright, so so next part is the, why can't I think of it? The torso. Yeah, there we go. So he does have a pretty simple movement. He just rocks back and forth, which is pretty cool. Personally, if I had to redesign this prop, what I would do is I'd use like a twitching banshee or possessed pumpkin kind of, or not possessed pumpkin, patch prowler kind of mechanism, where it goes in the square, right, and it rocks around, and maybe a more violent movement. Even if they didn't do the square movement, they could do maybe a more violent rocking, because this is kind of slow. But for what it is, I think it's still pretty cool though. And I did get this for an early Christmas present, so I was really thankful that I got it. And here shortly, I'm going to have another video coming up, because I'm going to have a spirit prop from, I believe, 2010, which is when I was born, actually. So if you're watching this, look forward to that, and it's probably going to be coming in here in the next few weeks, so I will keep you updated on that. So you're going to have to pin lock both of these poles in here. So this is what his mechanism should look like, and what he should look like so far. So next we are going to connect the hip loop. Right here, this is what it looks like. And there is a thicker and smaller side on the hip loop, so it's a designated spot how you gotta connect it in. So you just slide it over. It's kind of like a game that you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta stretch it a little bit. There we go. All right. So now that we have that on, we are going to connect his adapter here. So there is on the back, you have the volume control, the speaker jack, you have on, off, and the step pad. You have the plug-in for the adapter, and I think the speaker jack. So you're going to plug in your adapter here. And normally I put the cord down the pants so you don't really recognize the cord, so it's just hidden better. And if you're into Halloween animatronics like me, you know that trick. So next, I believe we are going to do the shoulder frame. Same with the hip loop. There is a thicker and smaller size for the shoulder frame, but it's kind of obvious that this is the flat side because that's where his wound goes in on his shirt. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to slide in his shirt. And when I see this, I kind of think of a mouth. So the sensor is disguised to be one of his buttons, which I like when they disguise the sensor to be like a thing on their shirt or something, or disguise it in one of the patterns. I think it's really smart, even though it's like so simple. It's just really smart. Slide that over. So now that you have that done, we are going to connect the sensor. So the sensor is in the shirt, as you can see from the moving shirt there. And we are going to connect it here. Alright, sensor is connected now. Alrighty. So next we are going to want to connect the hand. So this is the hand. I really do like that it's just a free swingy hand. I think it's cool. Whoops, kicked his head. I think if they would have done more violent rocking prop, this would have been so cool to have this swing, because if he's swinging like that, right, and he's swinging, he's like, right, and you can really see his hand shaking. So I really do like that about it. Oh, I just realized. So, kind of missed a step here. I want to apologize. So, before you move on to the torso part here, you are going to want to pull up the pants here. So the pants are down. Right. Then you're going to go like this. And Velcro each one. I believe that there's 4 Velcro pieces. Velcro. Great. Now you can pull the shirt down. It's now starting to look like a real person. Alrighty. So now, after you've Velcroed up, then you can put the torso on, then the shirt and shoulder frame and everything that we just did. Kind of did it wrong, but that's okay. Obviously, we managed to fix it in the end. So now you're going to, and the foam, I do want to say that the foam does stay on the animatronic. You don't take it off because it's just to add, make it just look like there's somewhat an arm in there. I mean, his arm is getting chopped off, so obviously it doesn't have to look super crazy good. It just has to look somewhat real. Great. I'm just gonna pull that through and then I'll walk around here. Right. So on Gerry, there is 2 prongs here that you are going to want to connect them to. So if you really need to, you can pull down his shirt so you can just see a little bit better. In case, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so now his arm is attached. Great. So there isn't any Velcro on this arm. But that's okay, because it's swinging, right? Swinging and stuff, so you don't really realize. So that's what I like about the arm, is that it does swing there. But yeah, if you did have more violent, it would probably shake a lot more, and that's what I think I would like about it a little bit more. Right, next you're gonna attach the axe wielding hand. So you're gonna slide that up the sleeve. And let me know in the comments if anyone actually got any cool Spirit Halloween animatronics, if there's anyone that likes Halloween and is watching my videos, if they got any Spirit Halloween animatronics for Christmas. Because I did. I got Betty Sharp. I don't know if I did say in my video, I got Betty Sharp as an early Christmas present. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Just gotta check the camera here just to make sure that it's going good and you can still see everything. Alright, there we go. Right, so now that we have the arm connected, we can obviously adjust the shirt here. And you're gonna attach the hand. I really like this hand. I think it's cool. I just feel the paint looks a little like fake, like it's something that you might get like at the dollar store or something. In my case, yeah, the dollar store. But for what it is though, and if you have it in a certain spot in your haunt, no one's not gonna really notice. They're just gonna see a guy cutting off his arm, which I think that they would think that would be a little crazy. And if you can kind of tell, you can see nozzles here in the corner of my video here. And I actually recently, when I mean recently, a while ago, a little bit after October, I had fixed them, because if you've seen in my nozzles setup and demo video, his arms weren't working up and down, and there's no fog hose to make the fog go away. So if you see my YouTube short on nozzles, you'd see that I did fix them, and I might repost a video of a setup and demo of him fully working, but I'm not sure on that yet. Alright, so next you're going to want to connect the hand. Two little prongs there. So his hand does somewhat line up with the part here, and obviously I'll bring my camera in closer so that you can see what it really looks like up close. Alright, so now for the last part, well, I guess second to last part is his head. So this is head, it's just a hollow head here. His eyes light up, I think it's like red or yellow. So I slide the cord down, connect his head there. Alright, and there's a piece of Velcro right on his chest, so then you can connect his shirt too, right there. You just want to pull his collar up so you can't really see his like metal and stuff like that. Move him closer. Right. So now we are going to connect his wire for his head. You can find it here. Oh, there it is. Just gonna connect that. Alrighty. So there is 3 Velcros on Gerry's back, so he does Velcro up, so you can't see the back. So, one second here. Well, this is kind of a long video, but that is Gerry. I really do like him. I think he's such a simple prop, but he does give that effect of like what you need in a haunt, like just for even a background prop, just for something in there. And that's what I'm kind of using him for this year, for I guess this coming year actually. And yes, I am already planning. So I'm doing a toxic room, and the reason why I thought of a toxic room was because of nozzles, and he's like a toxic clown, right? He's shooting at the fog. So he's gonna be in there, and I'm gonna put him in a hazmat suit. So, and I'm gonna cut a little hole in the hazmat suit so you can obviously still see the wound, like he's cutting it off, right? So yeah, he's gonna be dressed like that. So he's gonna be in there, and I think I might be in the room. I'm not 100% sure. I still got a whole year ahead of me to plan, right? So, yeah, that's my plan for him. And the next animatronic that's coming for me is will be my 12th animatronic that I have. And he's going to be going in my toxic room, and he's going to be kind of like a electrocution guy. And if you know what animatronic I'm talking about, comment it in the comments and let me know, and I'll let you know if you're right. Alright, so I'm going to get up close on what Gerry looks like. I'm going to do a demo with the lights on and a demo with the lights off, and then that's it. Alright, so bring it here. So this is what he looks like. That's what his wound looks like. Sometimes I like to kind of pull it out so you can see a little bit better. And one thing that I do realize with Gerry is a lot of people said that for someone who's cutting his arm off, right, he doesn't have a whole lot of blood. So I'm thinking I might add some blood from like Spirit or something just to make it look more believable. But yeah, so he's just about as tall as me. I'm a little bit taller than him, but he's still pretty tall for how much you pay for him, right? So yeah, I'm going to just set my phone back down here. Alright. I can't remember how loud he is, so I might have to turn him up a little bit. Normally takes him a second to like warm up so his sensor can get ready to go off. I think I'm pretty sure it's on. There we go. I'll turn him up a little bit. Alright, so we'll get one with the lights off. Turn the lights back on. Just gotta plug them. Camera around. Alrighty, so obviously my camera's around backwards here. Don't know if you can see, but Beetlejuice and Pennywise are over there. It's just easier for me to move my animatronics over there than it is to keep them over here and have to move a whole bunch of stuff around. So this is Gerry, and you know what, I want to thank everyone for watching my videos and getting me to like 100, and I don't even know at this point, but for me, as what age I am and just starting this past summer as a YouTube content creator, it means so much to have so many people that have subscribed and watched all my videos. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone, and this is Gerry. Thank you guys. Bye.